Oh yeah, before we get into the video, bro, you gotta check this out. So just fair warning, if you are coming to Knott's Berry Farm this week, there are a lot of schools. There were 30 buses already, and look at this massive line, dude. It is kind of foobarred. It took us about 50 minutes just to get into the park, but now let's head off to Cordy's Corner. Now, Cordy's Corner has been down for a hot minute, but I got some good news. From what I've heard, dude, the grand reopening of Cordy's Corner is happening this Saturday, June 4th, but I have some of the first images of Cordy's Corner. Check it out right here, dude. Look at that, dude. So Cordy's Corner is looking pretty awesome. Now, as you can see, they got some new shelvings. I'm quite not sure what that little roundabout is. Probably put some really cool things in there. And from my understanding, it is gonna be a 1920s theme. Can't wait for this weekend to check it out, but now let's talk about some Knott's Scary Farm. Now remember the last update video, I was talking about how Mystery Lodge is coming back with a brand new maze? Well, guess what, dude? I got some of the first images of the brand new maze. So here are the first pictures of the new maze that will be going at Mystery Lodge. Right now, they're primarily just building the base. They have a lot more work to do, dude. But as you can see, prior to the one that was in here before, Infected, we do have a platform, and it looks like it's been extended out a lot. I am really interested in seeing what this maze is gonna be, and it is so great, man, to have a maze back at Mystery Lodge. Now, if you remember last year during Knott's Scary Farm, Mystery Lodge had a show there. Rumor has it that this maze might be actually carrying on from the show. Not sure, we'll just have to wait and see. But before we talk about Summer Nights, we have two more things to cover. First up, we're gonna be checking out the construction on the pizzeria. Now, last update video, some people brought to my attention that right here, it did used to say brewery. It no longer says brewery, now it just says pizza. They probably cut that due to time restraint. Now, our last update 2 weeks ago on the construction on the pizzeria, when we look up here, that was not up there. They have come a long way. But if you remember what we were talking about last update video, I did overhear two construction guys talking about how the pizzeria is a month behind. But I mean, we're looking on the outside, dude. They are pretty far. So I don't believe that the outside is a month behind. Maybe actually it's behind on the inside. We can see a little through the scrim. There is a worker right there, and you can see some of the inside. It looks actually like the inside is pretty far. So observing what I have observed today, I'm thinking that this will be done maybe by July 4th, but definitely before the end of July. And the second thing is, dude, guess what? Ghost Town Alive is open every single day.
It is?
Yes!
Well, it's about time.
Yes, sir. So don't forget to subscribe for some more Ghost Town videos, but if Ghost Town Alive is open every day, so is Summer Nights, baby, 7 days a week. But now, let's talk about Summer Nights. So my opinion and review of Summer Nights has changed due to this past weekend, as you will see in a second. This past weekend, it was family time. I didn't film anything of Summer Nights or Ghost Town Alive, so we could enjoy it together. And the second week, we're already seeing a lot of inconsistencies with the tasting card. Now, if all of you remember, my review of the donut cake in a cup was a 9 out of 10. Well, sadly, this past weekend, the whole ingredients changed, man. There was no glazed donuts on it whatsoever, which took a lot of the flavor away from that dish. It is now just plain Jane donut holes that are really dense, have no flavor whatsoever, and the strawberry jam or jelly that was in it now no longer has any real strawberries in it. So for that, dude, I'm gonna change my review of the donut cake in a cup. It is no longer gonna be a 9 out of 10, but it is now a disappointing 4 out of 10. I cannot recommend you guys getting that after what we got this weekend. Now, the second thing that was disappointing this past weekend was right behind me here at the F booth, where we were gonna order the shrimp spring rolls. Now, I know at the very bottom, it does say why quantities last, but this sold out within 45 minutes, dude. They had no more within 45 minutes for the entire night. And another thing that was pretty disappointing right behind me at the A location, we ordered the peach and pineapple shaved ice, let's just say it didn't resemble a traditional shaved ice like we all know and love. It was more like chunked ice. Another thing that was pretty disappointing were the cookie witches here at E. Now last year they had a variety of ice creams that you can choose from here, from chocolate chip, pecan and pralines, vanilla, chocolate chip mint, but this year it is very, very sad. They actually have eggnog and pumpkin spice. I don't want no eggnog and pumpkin spice in the middle of summer, dude. Give me some chocolate chip. Now, outside of the pumpkin spice and the eggnog, they have 2 more flavors, and that's gonna be the mint chocolate chip and the butter pecan. So I'm gonna recant what I said last video, that the tasting card is worth 50 bucks. It is not worth 50 bucks, and I'm gonna show you another reason why it's not worth 50 bucks. Now let's look at the Summer Nights menu and the prices that you would pay if you were to buy each item a la carte. Now the cheapest items are gonna be $8.50, working all the way up to 14 bucks, which is primarily gonna be the alcohol. But you see these $11 right here? If you remember, we got the carnitas and the chorizo on the tasting card. If we were gonna get them a la carte, it would have been $11 each, would have rounded off to $22 total. But if you do come here to Cantina, as you can see right there, you can get 3 tacos with rice and beans for $14.50. I mean, just look at this plate compared to the $11 a la carte carnita and chorizo. The only difference is at Cantina, you can only get steak or chicken. 3 tacos and 2 sides, this is a way better deal than getting the chorizo or the carnita tacos a la carte for $11 during summer nights. Now, not trying to compare parks, but when I went to the Food and Wine Festival at DCA, their most expensive food was around $8.50, and their food was gourmet. So what I believe Knott's Berry Farm is doing is overpricing their items to make it look like the tasting card is going to be a great value, when it really isn't a great value for the foods that we're getting this year. For me, this year's Summer Nights is very lackluster. When we look at last year, dude, they had that salmon salad that was pretty good. And in 2019, dude, almost every single one of their food was on point. The best value for this tasting card is if you are buying alcohol, but I cannot recommend getting this tasting card for 50 bucks. Save your money, dude. I can't even recommend you getting some of these foods a la carte for the prices that you're gonna pay. Now, I'm not trying to bash Knott's, I'm just sharing my opinion. In all actuality, I would rather side with the people so you guys don't spend your money than siding with the company. So thank you for joining me today on this Knott's update. Now, we might get another tasting card to see what the other items are, but that's a big iffy, man. We really appreciate every single one of your guys' support. This channel is what it is today because of every single one of you. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and go down below and subscribe, because I would love to have you on future adventures. Well, you guys have a great day, and I will catch you next video. Deuces!